All right, Coach. So completion of the Joe Feaganes Invitational. You guys finished sixth. How do you feel like your team did overall this week?
Yeah, I felt like we did a lot of really, really good things. Very impressed with some of our younger kids that we haven't had a chance to see yet. Kyle Mitchell played great for being a freshman. Isaac Prine played great for being a freshman. Some of our guys that didn't play last year, Matt Hoffman was a redshirt last year, and he played great. You got some of your older guys in Ben Roeder and Thomas Frazier that both played really good for us. So when I look at it, I'm really excited because I think we got the older guys playing well, and we got some good talent in our younger classes.
How important do you feel like it is to play, obviously a high level of talent out here this week? How important do you feel like that is to play that early on in your 2018 season?
Well, I think it's really important, and I think it does two things for you. Number one, it's nice to play them at home, so the guys get to sleep in their own bed. They play a course they're comfortable with. And then it also gives you a chance to see where you are, where you want to go. We talked about it as a team afterwards, and we just felt like we made some mistakes that we shouldn't be making. And so now we got to go back home and get to work a little bit and try to figure out how to stop making just little mistakes here and there that kind of cost us a stroke.
Obviously, weather did play a factor in yesterday. It's been kind of overcast, a little, cloudy and rainy. Do you feel like that played a factor into your team's performance, everybody's performance? Obviously, there was the delay as well. How do you feel like that impacted the greens as well?
Yeah, I felt like our superintendent and his staff did a wonderful job at Guyana getting us out there to play 36 holes. We weren't able to play yesterday's morning round, and I think it's probably actually pretty good for our team and for every other team. I think adversity is a good thing for kids. I think sometimes we expect everything to be perfect, and sometimes we got to figure out a plan for when it's not. So yesterday we had the kids ready. It was supposed to be 8:30, moved it to 9:30. Then it's 9:45. Then it's 10 o'clock, 10:15, and they've all got to figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to stay loose? How am I going to keep my stuff dry? And then the round gets canceled. Then they have to go back and reset because now we're going to come back at 1:45 and play. And I think all the teams in the field, all the players in the field, our players responded really well, and I think they actually all grew from that. So I think sometimes being thrown a curveball is not a bad thing.
What do you think, you personally, what are you looking forward to in your team's next competition? I believe you said you go to Eastern Kentucky?
We go to Eastern Kentucky. I'm really excited to be able to coach a little bit more. When we host the home event, being the host and the rules official and kind of running the tournament, it's tough to really get too much out there. I see the kids kind of on 9 and 18 and a little bit on 10, a little bit on 1, but for the most part, I had to rely on Alex Weiss, who's come back as an assistant coach for us this year. And so Alex is kind of out there with them a little bit, and he can kind of tell me what he's seen out there on the golf course, but I don't get to see as much. So I'm looking forward to going to Eastern Kentucky, where Alex and I can be out there on the golf course, and I can get to see him about every couple of holes and use Alex's knowledge. I mean, he graduated as our all-time leading in stroke for his career and as a season, so he knows what it takes to get to the next level, and these guys respect him. He taught them a work ethic when he was here, and now he gets to continue to try to help them get better. So I'm looking forward to getting on the road and having Alex and I really try to help these guys mature a little bit and get a little bit better and maybe make a little bit better decisions.